The Chicago Bears are making moves, and this time, they've got their eyes on a new safety with Jaquan Brisker's health in question and veteran Kevin Byard III not getting any younger. General Manager Ryan Poles is already planning for the future. Safety is a critical position in today's NFL, and with the way the game is evolving, having reliable, versatile players in the secondary is a must. A great defense can be the difference between being a playoff team and being stuck in mediocrity. The Bears have been building something strong on that side of the ball, but depth and durability matter more than ever. That's why Poles and his staff aren't leaving anything to chance. They're actively scouting, planning, and preparing for every possible scenario. They know that one injury can change everything, and they want to be ready for anything the season throws at them. Jaquan Brisker was drafted in 2022 and was supposed to be a key piece in the Bears' defense for years to come, and at times, he's been exactly that. A hard-hitting, high-energy playmaker who can change the course of a game with a single tackle, a crucial pass breakup, or a big-time turnover. But there's one major problem: injuries, and more specifically, concussions. Brisker plays with an aggressive, downhill style that makes him a force in run support and over the middle, but it also makes him vulnerable to head injuries. That's the risk that comes with his physical approach. Since entering the league, he has missed over 25% of his games, and in 2024, he was limited to just 5 appearances. That's a significant concern. Football is a brutal game, and concussions can derail careers faster than any other injury. Long-term health is also a factor. The Bears need to ask themselves, can they count on Brisker to stay on the field? Or do they need to start planning for life without him? When Brisker was sidelined, the Bears turned to Elijah Hicks. Hicks showed flashes, stepping up when needed, but is he a long-term solution? Maybe, maybe not. Hicks has been a serviceable backup, but he's yet to prove he can be a full-time starter in this league. He's solid in coverage, but does he have the physicality and instincts needed to be the enforcer that the Bears need in their secondary? That remains to be seen. The Bears' defense is built on toughness, and they need someone who can set the tone. That's exactly why Poles is keeping his options open and doing his homework on potential safety replacements. One name that has already surfaced: Sebastian Castro, the tough, hard-nosed safety out of Iowa. And guess what? The Bears have already met with him at the NFL Scouting Combine. Castro is a Chicago guy through and through. He played high school football at Harold L. Richards in Oak Lawn. He grew up watching the Bears and dreaming of playing at Soldier Field. Now, he's one step away from making that dream a reality. At 5'11" and 205 pounds, Castro is a versatile defender who plays with serious physicality. He has a reputation for being one of the hardest hitters in the Big Ten, and his ability to read plays, diagnose runs, and attack downhill makes him a valuable asset. He's the kind of player who thrives in a blue-collar, hard-nosed defensive scheme like Chicago's. Iowa has been a breeding ground for NFL-caliber defensive players, and Castro has that classic Iowa toughness that coaches love. He's a guy who will go 100% on every single play, and that effort alone makes him a valuable prospect. His instincts are sharp, and his work ethic is unquestioned. If you need someone to bring energy to the defense, Castro is your guy. One of Castro's biggest strengths is his ability to play multiple roles. He has experience playing in the box, covering tight ends, and even working as a nickel defender against slot receivers. His versatility is a major asset, especially for a Bears defense that values players who can move around and adapt to different situations. The modern NFL requires safeties to be more than just deep coverage players. They have to be able to come up and stop the run, cover athletic tight ends, and blitz when needed. Castro checks a lot of those boxes. His ability to read the game and react quickly makes him an intriguing prospect, even if he's not the most high-profile name in this draft class. Defensive coordinator Dennis Allen would love a player like Castro, someone who can be moved around the defense and always bring intensity. However, let's be real, Castro isn't a first-round guy. He's projected as a day 3 pick, meaning he's more of a depth piece than an immediate starter. But depth is crucial, and with Brisker's health concerns, adding another reliable safety is a smart move. The Bears need options. They need players who can step up if injuries strike again, and Castro could be one of those guys. He's the kind of player who can come in, contribute on special teams right away, and develop into a key rotational player. You can never have too many hard-hitting, smart defenders on your roster. His football IQ, tackling ability, and competitive nature give him a strong chance to make an NFL roster. And with the right coaching, he could become much more than just a backup. We've seen mid-round safeties develop into stars before, and Castro could be next in line. And if the Bears are looking at Castro, they're definitely looking at other safeties too. This draft class isn't overflowing with elite safety talent, but there are mid-round gems who could be difference makers. It wouldn't be surprising to see polls target multiple defensive backs in this draft, given how important the secondary is in today's pass-heavy league. And let's not forget, Ryan Poles knows how to evaluate defensive backs. He's already shown that he can find talent in the secondary. He drafted both Brisker and Kyler Gordon in the same class. He understands what it takes to build a strong defensive backfield, and now he's tasked with doing it again. He's a GM who prioritizes tough, physical players who fit the team culture, and Castro checks a lot of those boxes. The Bears might not stop at just one safety either. They could be looking at free agents or even another draft pick to add depth. Kevin Byard III is still a reliable veteran presence, but he's turning 32 this season. The Bears can't rely on him forever. If they want to build a sustainable, long-term defensive unit, they need to keep adding young talent. That's why this offseason is so important. The moves they make now will shape the defense for years to come. Developing young players while still having veteran leadership is a balancing act, and the Bears seem to understand that. They aren't in a position where they can afford to wait. They need depth now, and they need to find their future starters before it's too late. That's what smart teams do. They plan ahead instead of reacting too late. The Bears have resources. They have money to spend. They have draft capital. They have a defense that's on the rise. They just need to make the right moves. If they can find the right pieces, they could take a huge step forward in 2025. This isn't just about adding names. It's about finding the right fits, building a cohesive unit, and making sure they have a defense that can compete at a high level week in and week out. This offseason is a crucial step in that process. The right moves now could set the Bears up for success, not just next season, but for years to come. So what happens next? Will Brisker stay healthy? Will the Bears draft a safety early? Will Castro be one of their picks? One thing is clear, Ryan Poles isn't waiting around. He's being aggressive. He's building something. And Bears fans, we've got a lot to look forward to. The foundation is being laid for something special, and if everything falls into place, this defense could be one of the best in the league before long.